Am I pregnant by Debo? And are me and Debo together? The answer is what's up, YouTube? 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 Let me lose my breath. Can you keep up, baby boy? Let my breath. Just kidding. That's a pet peeve of mine, so let me swallow this gum. Spit this gum out. That's a pet peeve of mine, and I don't want to be smacking on this gum the whole time, so let me spit it out before y'all be in the comments like, how you say you have to be smacking, but you be smacking? First off, let's get into it. Y'all know what it is. I be sounding like Jermaine Dupri. Y'all see the title of this video. Girl, first of all, let's get into the real inches, baby. I just whipped these up right quick for this YouTube video because I don't be going over, y'all. I don't be, you know what I'm saying? I don't just be, you know, I just be getting cute sometimes just to stay up in the house. But anyway, y'all see the title of this video, and we finna get into, you know, it's like a little life update because I do a Q&A like every year. Y'all gonna be hyped to do this video because I mean I be doing YouTube videos, but I don't be doing YouTube videos like that, and at this point I'm rambling, so if you want to skip ahead, then skip ahead. But I'm just talking to my people that, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know, I'm just off track. But listen, let's get into the gloss. Girl, it's not even a lot applied. Do you see it? Let's get into the nails. KaaysKisses, first off, let me tell y'all right now, we having a sale, baby. We're having a sale, okay? Buy one, get one free. So you're getting two. The sale starts Monday. So the sale starts May 17th. And I'm just gonna call this it could be the graduation sale because I'm a senior, so it could be the graduation sale or whatever. But I wanna have a sale for y'all because we hit what was it? We finna hit 12K on the page now. So, and I just did a giveaway, so now I'm doing a sale. So make sure y'all go over. I'm gonna have the name of my page, the Instagram, everything up. So when we do this sale, I don't know if it's gonna last for 3 or 4 days, but y'all better get y'all some gloss. You're not only getting one, but you're getting two, baby. The quality is great. I'm gonna pull up a video for y'all. Okay, so let's start off with the gloss that I have on right now. This is our clear mint scented and flavor Shimon, our frosted clear gloss. Up next we have the #1 seller, which is London. She's cherry scented. Then we have Stormy. She's strawberry scented. Y'all see the little glitters inside, so cute on the right. And then we got Barbie and bubblegum. Girl, what? Barbie and honey, which are both bubblegum scented. Fiji, which is blueberry scented honey. Purple Rain, which is watermelon scented. This is one of the best scents for real. Last but not least, we have our bronze and we have our pebbles, which are both mint scented. Y'all see the little fruities in there? Yeah. So shop right now. KaaysKisses, black on, support. Somewhere in this video, showing y'all the different type of colors I got, the different scents I got, all of that, girl. But KaaysKisses, get with it, they get lost. That's just a T and a gag. But okay, let's get into these questions, y'all. So I'm a little hot. So the first question is from D. I don't know if her name is Dejanae or Dajanae. Do you feel like you accomplished a lot for you to be this young? Actually, I really do feel like I've accomplished a lot. From where I come from, it's a small town called Kankakee. Y'all know I've been repping Kankakee. Before that, Vaughn, you know I just got some side from this stripper. She's from Kankakee. Like, that town is literally where I'm from. The city is just a small little town, y'all. When I say it's so small, it's like you could ride right through it. Like, it's like literally almost just land. I mean, it's where I grew up at, but I'm not down talking. I'm just saying it's nothing exclusive, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's an Atlanta or it's just people just come. It's not like a lot of people make it out of there is what I'm trying to say. And with that being said, having the amount of followers that I have, having the support I have, being able to start the business that I have, making, you know, meeting with these different type of producers, having the opportunities that I have, it's a blessing. It's a big blessing, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we take little things not for granted, but we don't acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not little. That's what I'm saying. Not downplay it, but don't fully understand the platform that I'm giving. A lot of people want my type of platform. So just, be thankful for those type of blessings, to be able to move out of Kankakee, to expand and network with other people. Like, that is a blessing. So I feel like I have accomplished a lot. Like, people where I'm from do not make it out, honey. They do not make it out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to only support you to a certain level. It's a lot of support, but then you got the hate as well. And it's like, we come from the same city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I rep Kankakee to the day I die. So y'all don't hear me saying I'm from Chicago. Y'all hear me say, like, I'm from a small town by Chicago, or somebody would be like, where you from? I'm from like where Chicago is? I'm from like the outskirts of Chicago. It's called Kankakee. But I feel like I've accomplished a lot. I have accomplished a lot. And even though I'm not where I want to be yet, I've still accomplished a lot. I've done a jingle that's consistently played on the radio. Like, it's been in malls. We've walked into stores where it's been played at. You know what I'm saying? That's big. But it's big, but where I want to be is, I don't want to say it's nothing compared to where I'm going or where I want to be, because it's still something. It's just a small part of what I'm going to do, if you understand what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I definitely feel like I've accomplished a lot. Like, with my following, being on the radio, being able to connect with these different type of producers, these different type of engineers, being in rooms with these other people, being able to start a business, being able to have a business that's consistently getting sales, Yeah, I feel like I've accomplished a lot. Yeah. But not as much as I want, if you get what I'm saying. Like, as much as I'm going to. I don't know. I don't want to say it like I'm being ungrateful, because truth be told, I feel like I've accomplished a decent amount. I want to accomplish more. I'm just always striving to do more. It's never enough for me. So what I've done, that's cute, but it's not enough for me. Like, I want more. I'm not satisfied. I will never be satisfied, if that makes sense. Are you mentally okay? Oh, that's a good question. So I am now, but maybe about 2 weeks ago, the whole time where, like, school is ending, coming to an end, and I'm a senior, and it's like, my plan was always to never go to college. I've never wanted to go to college. That's never something that I wanted to do. Didn't like school when I was in it. Always had A's and B's, 3.5 GPA and above, but I've never wanted to go to college, and that's just something that I never wanted to do. But then as time started coming down, and I moved to Atlanta. So from Kankakee to Atlanta, that's a big change. The curriculum is different. They learn, you know what I'm saying? When I first moved here, it was different. I kind of felt like I was, not slow, but I feel like growing up in Kankakee and growing here is different. I feel like when I came here, I was behind the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got me in these, they got me in these, like, AP classes and stuff like that. Not AP, but like honors classes and stuff like that. And I'm like, this ain't what we learn back at home. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like I was behind when I came here. And then here is so many more opportunities. I feel like, then I was feeling like, dang, if I would have went to school here, then maybe I would have wanted to go to college. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It was just like, the end of the school year is here. I just got out of school. Shoot, this week, May 10th, I got out of school. May 11th. And it's just like, you see everybody getting accepted into their colleges. I didn't even apply to no colleges, and I know I would have gotten into a lot, but I don't know. It's like, dang, should I have went? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? Then my auntie was talking to me about it. My cousin's talking to me about it. Like, just go to college, just try. So that's like, that's not a small decision to make. And I don't like when people try to I mean, I understand what y'all doing, but I don't like when I got my mind made up, you try to influence me to switch it, because it's like, I'm the type of person that never wants to miss out on no opportunities. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going to college could lead you to a lot of opportunities, but it could also put you in a lot of debt. And me, like I said, I had my mind set up already. I didn't want to go to college. As soon as I get out of high school, I'm gonna focus on my career. I'm gonna go hard on my career, because being in school and focusing on your career is hard to do, especially having a business, especially trying to go to the studio all the time, all of that. But it was easier with online. But I'm just saying, when I get out of high school, is focus on my career. But then all these people start getting in my head, so I started getting like a little depressed, like, oh my God, I don't want to not go to college and then regret not going. That's what I don't want to live life with any regrets. I don't want to be like, well, if I would have went to college, then I would have did this and I would have did that. But then if I do go to college, I'm going to be like, I'm mad that I didn't do what I wanted to do and I let other people influence me. So it was really just me having to talk to God and remember our main plan. Like, this is our plan. Whatever we do, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I was just talking to God and letting him talk to me, and he just like, remember, this is the plan, this is what you want to do, this is what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just asking him for guidance and asking him for clarity, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't got a relationship with God, y'all need to get one. It's a beautiful thing to have. It's a beautiful thing to be led. It's a beautiful thing to be used. When you're being used by God, you just, whoo, child, don't let me get the preaching up in here. But back to the question, because I was getting off topic. But now mentally I am okay, because when people were saying that and then getting closer to the end, mentally I was just everywhere. Like, it was really draining me. And yeah, but now I'm cool. Now I'm getting new ideas for my business. I'm excited. I'm just everything. So I'm very good. I'm in a very good mental state now. What made you want, okay, I'm reading off my little brother's phone. What made you decide to start putting yourself out there on social media? So being in the industry that I'm trying to be in, and wanted to be an influencer and stuff like that, and wanted to get my music out there, you have to be on a platform. Like, nobody is going to see you. If you're not on TikTok, you're not on Instagram, not on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And as a kid, being younger and just, trying to figure out what to do and stuff like that, we was always posting ourselves on social media. Before TikTok was TikTok, it was Musically, and I would always be on there. My little brother and my little sister got hip on there. And my little brother page had blew up, then my page had blew up, and then yeah. But as far as YouTube, when we was younger, my mama always, I'll never forget, she'd be like, y'all post y'all stuff on YouTube, I would get annoyed, because it's like, okay, so I'm posting it on YouTube, we're not really paying attention to the views. Girl, while we do a rolling peace challenge, I'll put it up here somewhere, probably had 500,000 views. We did Queen, we was doing covers, we was just being consistent, not even really aware of what we're doing. We just like to sing and do music and be funny and stuff like that. So we posting pranks, we posting stuff up there, posting performances. Our song Candyland went viral. It's just, you have to be consistent on anything you do if you want to see progress, if you want to see growth. So being on social media is the way we grow our fan base. You know what I'm saying? Our support system is just, yeah, it's like no option. If you want to make music, if you want to blow up, it's no option but to post on social media. You have to get your name out there. Will you ever do more giveaways for your business? Yes, ma'am, I will. A lot of y'all asked me for my skincare routine. If y'all know me. Y'all know I was about Toni Braxton. Love the lady. So y'all know her sister, Tawanda Braxton. She has a skincare line, and the only person that I would recommend y'all getting y'all stuff from is her. When I tell y'all Tawanda products is crazy, like, her products is so good, it's not even funny. Like, I need some more. Like, when I say I wash my face using her products for about 2 or 3 days if I'm really trying to get my skin real clear. Forehead clear, on shine, on glisten, on glow, on everything. She has the fastest working products I have ever used. And I've tried to use a lot of skincare products, and nothing really worked for me, how her stuff works for me. It costs, but you gotta pay that price if you want that. If you want that face to shine, if you want that face to glisten and glow, it's worth every penny, literally, like no cap. If you could go back in time and change something, what would it be? I wouldn't change anything. I feel like everything I've been through, everything that I've experienced, everything that I've witnessed is meant for my good. Every situation that I've been put in, God teaches you lessons through the situations that he put you in. When you go through things, you don't go through them for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like what I've been through, in 10 years, somebody might come to me and ask me about that same situation, or they might come to me with a problem and I will be able to give them advice as far as how to get through it, because this is what I did. I never take anything that I've been through for granted. I appreciate, and I don't want to call them failures, I appreciate the lessons that I've been taught, because nothing is a failure. It's all about your perception. It's all about how you think about things. If you think about it as a failure, then it is a failure. But if you fail, then what? You didn't succeed. So what do you do from there? You go back, you look at what you did, and you learn from it. It's not a failure, it's a lesson. So don't ever think of things as failures. Don't ever think of anything that you've been through in life as a failure, because you never know when those lessons will come along to help you help the next person, if you get what I'm saying. Y'all don't get me started. Y'all know I'm a preacher. Y'all know I'm a motivational speaker. Y'all know I'm a therapist. Y'all gonna get the girl started on my kids. We're gonna get into that later, because that's a common question y'all ask as well. How does it feel to be a young influencer, having young girls look up to you? It's like the best feeling in the world. I don't know if a lot of y'all are not aware of this, but I love to inspire people. That's one of my main goals, is to inspire people. When I leave this world, when God take me, I want to be known as somebody who worked hard, somebody who inspired people. I want to have longevity in order to inspire generations to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get Michael Jackson. I'm trying to get Prince. I'm trying to get Whitney Houston. I just love to inspire people. Just because the simple fact that when I look at people like legends, like icons, like Felicia Rashad, Michael Jackson, for example, Beyonce, Prince, who are some other people? It's so many people. Patti LaBelle. Like, I'm just naming actresses. I'm naming everybody. Like, when you look at them and you look at their catalog and you look at what they've done, you see black, strong, independent women, black men. That's inspiring. When I listen to them talk, when I listen to their interviews, when I listen to what they have to say, especially Felicia Rashad, y'all. If y'all don't know, that's my grandma. Not for real, but for real. But she don't know yet, but she gonna know when we meet. And then when she meet, I'm gonna refer back to this video like, oh my God, I loved you for forever. But for her, for example, like, even when she speak, I'm big on, I love the way people talk, especially like, I just don't know how to explain it. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. I love the way she expresses herself and how she uses her words and how she talks and takes pauses and think about what she's saying, and how she just filled with so much knowledge and so much wisdom. Like, the way she talks, she just drops so many gems on you. Like Lauryn Hill too. I love people that I can learn from. I love people who inspire me. I love the feeling of being inspired. When you inspire somebody, you don't know what you can inspire that person to do. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't even know that they're inspiring somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I just know how it feels to be inspired. I know how it feels when I watch Felicia Rashad, and when I watch Lauryn Hill, when I watch Beyonce, when I watch their interviews, when I watch their work, how it make me feel. When I watch Beyonce, when I'm running on the treadmill, it made me want to go 1,000 times harder. Like, inspiration is so big to me. So I just know how I feel when I'm inspired, and if I can give that to somebody else, that's such a blessing to me. That's such a blessing to me. So I love it. I've been told by older people that I inspire them, just not young girls, but by a lot, like a lot of people, and it's such a blessing because that's one of my biggest goals, is to be an inspiration for people, because I know how it feels to be inspired, and it's such a, I don't know if you're gonna say magical, but it's just a beautiful feeling. Will you make another story? I enjoyed the first one you made. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do, a story time about that too. I'm gonna do a story time about that. I was looking at Local Black Child. Oh girl, I love her. Like, let's be friends. She is funny. Me and my sister was up to like 7 o'clock in the morning watching her story time. So I'm gonna think of some story times for y'all too. I feel like I would make another story, but I would do it and probably make it a short film or something like that. Or yeah. And a different part, make it come to life for real. That's another goal that I had set for this year. Be consistent with visuals. I was not limiting myself to just doing freestyles in the car. Okay, that's cute. But let's see visuals. I'm not only a lyricist. I'm not only a director. I am a creative. So I not only dance, you know what I'm saying? I have visions as well. I have visuals that I want to put out as well. So why limit myself to only showing y'all my pen game and my raps or my singing talents when I could put together a whole production? Literally, if I could record myself at the same time I was dancing and rapping, I would. That's just the type of person that I am. I'm just a creative. So I just want to stop limiting myself. Like, you have a big platform. Show these people what you could really do. And that's how I feel with y'all too. Y'all, like, stop limiting yourself. Who made you go as hard as you do? Look, the Lord. That's the only person who I can give credit to. And my mama too. But the type of ambition and determination that I have, and the type of passion to keep going when stuff is really not where you want it to be, you know what I'm saying? That's another type of power. That's another type of thing inside of you to make you keep going. That's why I be telling people, if you're gonna do something, it have to strictly be behind passion, because it's what you want to do. Nothing is gonna come overnight. So if you're not passionate about it, or if you're not in love with doing it, if you don't care about if people see you, or if you don't care about the numbers, then do it. But if that's what you're driven by, if the numbers are what you're driven by, if how many people it reaches what you're driven by, then don't do it, because it's deeper than that. It's deeper than you. Don't think you that special. You know what I'm saying? God put us all here for a certain reason. You have to sit with yourself. You have to be still. You have to look for the answers within yourself. Why am I really doing this? Because it's not for you. It's not to get your talent out there. Let's just be real. It don't have nothing to do with you. It has to do with what God, the message that God wants to send through you, to put out there. You know what I'm saying? He picked you for a reason. You need to go within yourself and understand that what you're doing is a service. What you're doing is meant to serve other people. If it's not beneficial to somebody else, or if it can't help somebody else, or if the next person not being inspired by you, or if watching you don't make them want to go do something, or do what you doing, or follow or walk in their path, or see what they here for, or it's not beneficial to somebody else, then you're not doing the right thing. If you're led by numbers, or if that's your motivation, the numbers is your motivation, well then you might as well stop, because the numbers is not always going to be there. You're not going to always have a song that's going to hit 100,000 views or 1 million views or 10 million views, unless you're paying for it, then sure. But your drive have to be more than the numbers. Your understanding for what you're meant here to do has to come from within. You have to truly understand what you're doing and ask God to give you guidance and lead you and use you. So that's what I would say. And I don't even know what the question is, because I'm telling y'all get me to talking about God, and baby, oh, what made you go as hard as you? That God. I don't have no other explanation for it, truly, because it's been times where I got on the stage and I've embarrassed myself, And I was like, in my head, I'm done with this, and got up the next day and recorded a singing video, recorded a freestyle. So yes, I couldn't stop if I wanted to stop, because I'm sent here on a mission to do something that only I can do. And when it comes to pass, because I'm not even fully aware of what I have inside of me, but when I be saying I'm an angel on a mission, real anointed, so be careful, because my God don't play about me. We put fear up in the devil. Don't take that lightly. I don't even know what I'm going to do all the way, but it's going to be beautiful to see it unfold, because it's one thing to have faith and want it than to know that you're destined for it. I have faith, and I know, and I want it, but I know too that it's destined. It's no second option. It's nothing. It's no plan B. It's none of that. It's in me. And the script already written. I just gotta preparation, because God already know what he doing with me. So it's up to me to get prepared. And when the time come, he gonna put me in them doors that my name already in, that I ain't even stepped in. Mentally, I'm gonna be ready. Spiritually, I'm gonna be ready. Everything gonna be ready. So it's just a matter of time. That's why I'm be tripping. Okay, I'm gonna answer 2 more questions. Where does your inspiration come from? Okay, so like I said, I already basically told y'all, but growing up, I remember I would be at my auntie house, my auntie Lanice, and I remember I was watching this, like, y'all know, like the BET music and stuff, they stuff be coming on and stuff like that. And I remember I was sitting down and I was watching Alicia Keys, and my auntie was like, yeah, you're gonna be the next Alicia Keys and stuff like that. So younger, I would say Alicia Keys and Beyonce, really Beyonce for real. And then as I started getting older, Toni Braxton, really Toni Braxton, Beyonce, you know. But now, as I'm talking about as far as in the entertainment industry, overall in the world, my mother is my biggest inspiration ever, the strongest person that I know. And the lady is just a superhero, literally. Like, yeah. But yeah, my mom will always tell me, like, I'm gonna go as hard as you gonna go. If you wanna go, and she telling me this, I'm like 12, 13 years old. She like, you wanna go out and play with your friends, or you wanna sit down here and learn how to monetize your YouTube channel? You wanna sit down here and learn how to connect CD Baby so your songs can be on iTunes? And she just embedded that in me. If you want something, you have to go hard for it. I'm gonna go as hard as you gonna go. So my mom is my biggest supporter, our biggest supporter, all of my family, like my brother, my little sister, all of us. Anything we do, she 110 times behind us. You know what I'm saying? She gonna step. But if we ain't going 150, it ain't 100. 100 don't work over here. If you're not going 150, then she just saying, you have to show me that you want it bad enough for me to go. If you gonna go 150, I'm gonna go 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just hard work just been embedded in us. Hustler just been embedded in us. So yeah, she my biggest inspiration overall. But now I would say my top inspirations are in the entertainment industry, period. Felicia Rashad, my grandma, period. Beyonce. And they just change all the time. I'm just really inspired by everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just one genre, because I'm different. I'm diverse. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? Woman and I might be listening to some country music. Woman and I might be listening to some pop. I'm just everywhere. And I love just everything about the entertainment industry, as far as directing, as far as who's behind the camera, the filmmaker, the writer. I love Shonda Rhimes too. She wrote Grey's Anatomy. I just love their character development with Grey's Anatomy. It's like the show could go on for forever, because you literally have so many characters. You can go into their life. You could spend a season on every character life, getting to know their backstories, creating everything. I just love her character development. I can go on all day about all the people that I'm inspired by, but let me get to the last question that y'all really here for. Am I pregnant by Debo? And are me and Debo together? The answer is no, guys. pregnancy was a prank. I made a whole video about it. And yeah, me and Debo are best friends, okay? Me and Debo is best friends. If we would be anything more, we would let y'all know, okay? And how y'all gonna, I'm a virgin, guys. If y'all don't know this, I'm still a virgin, 18 and a virgin. Woo, 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 woo. Clap it up for me. I mean, if you doing a thing, then you doing a thing. But if you ain't, then look, because it ain't too many of us left around in this planet, on this mug. But yes, that's the answer to y'all question. No, I'm not pregnant. It was a prank. And me and Debo are not together. We're best friends. So, yep. That's the end of this. I don't know if you want to call it life update, Q&A, everything. Make sure y'all see my earrings. Make sure y'all go follow my business page though, because we doing a buy one get one free sale, and it's starting Monday. So if you trying to have your lips popping, that's all I need to know. Like I said, I didn't even apply a lot, sweetie, and the glow is still glowing. The glow is still glowing. So yes, also we're gonna be doing wholesale orders too. So it's like you're gonna be able to start your own business. It'll probably be like 10 tubes or 20 tubes in there. We'll get you the squeeze tubes. We'll get you the Versagel to make your own lip gloss in the squeeze tubes, because in the wand tubes it'll already come with lip gloss in them. And it's gonna be a little notes. Gonna probably leave you a link to a YouTube video with me telling you everything, what to do as far as how to market, how to bring in clientele, how to promote your business, who to go to for a website. It's really like I'm giving you the whole package. If you buy it, you're literally gonna be set to set up your business and get started, if you know what I'm saying. I don't really think a lot of people doing it. So hey, you know what I'm saying? And then it's black owned, young girl, started her own business. So let's give our people the support, because I know I do. And shop with your girl. You know. So yes, y'all, that's all for the Q&A. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If y'all want me to tell y'all a story about this crazy girl that I had encountered, I mean, y'all, she told me that she had cancer. I was texting this girl for like months. Like, she had me crying, breaking down at school. If y'all want to hear that story time, and it's about the girl who I made the father story about, girl, let me know if y'all want to hear that story. But nice talking to y'all, and I will be back with more content. Love you guys. Bye.